This is First Down Friday Night, sponsored by Whataburger, Dryer Vent Squad, your community health mart pharmacy, and B2EDI. Now your hosts, Mo Carter, Nick Kuzma, and Simon Williams.
All right, the road to the Super 7 championships at Auburn officially beginning tonight on the high school football gridiron. Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to First Down Friday Night, the Week 1 playoff edition. I'm Mo Carter, he's Nick Kuzma, and we're in the playoffs.
That's right, Mo. It is the playoffs. You can say it, Jim Mora. This week, everyone is 0-0 with 5 wins. With 0-0 and with 5 wins, you can punch your ticket to that elusive state title. Let's go to the highlights, Mo.
Absolutely. Now, one team that would love to win a blue map at the state championships is Priceville. The Bulldogs finishing their undefeated regular season with an impressive victory over Randolph to take that region crown. Tonight, they began their march to the title game with a bout from against the guys from Central Florence. And they wasted no time getting on the scoreboard in this one. So let's check out the highlights from across the river. All right, Jason Prickett, the handoff to Mason Carty. He takes it 53 yards to the end zone. First 2 minutes of the game, it's 7-0 Bulldogs. Then the Wildcats were able to answer on the other end. Jackson Brewer gets to the Evan Hanna back. He gets the foul to go for the defense. We've got a tie ball game at 7. Next, the Bulldogs will try to make a play on 4th down, but the defensive pressure forces them out of bounds, turnover on downs. Then Evan Hanback hands off to Jackson Brewer, and he's able to get in the end zone, and the Wildcats take a 14-7 lead.
They're
and the
pumped.
coaches, well, they couldn't be any happier. But the Bulldogs, they aren't finished. Jason Prickett with another connection to, guess who? Mason Carty, former MVP of the week. Wildcats and Bulldogs had a good one going or whatever. And this one, they were tied at 14 apiece. And I can go ahead and tell you that Priceville goes on to win by a final score of 49-28. So with the victory, Priceville will move on to take on the winner of Haleyville and Aniana. We're still waiting for an update on that score. And there's the scores what we're talking about right there. So let's move on with more action. How about some more Class 4A action? Randolph, they finished second in that region. They hosted Rogers this evening. So it's Raiders and Pirates going for the treasure, Nick. Second quarter, Raiders up 14-0. Nick Strong taking the handoff. He's going to make a house call. 50-yard touchdown. Raiders on top, 21-0.
Anchor's definitely away there, I can see.
Yes. Yep. Later on, the Rogers. You see the mascot too, right?
Yeah.
Rogers, they were facing 4th and short. So what are they going to call up? Brooke Killen throws it out to Lincoln Peoples. Unfortunately, the ball goes off his receiver's chest and out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Got to catch it with your hands, man.
Yeah, we are not Penn State there, I can see.
No, not at all. So they waste no time. When I'm talking about they, we're talking about Randolph. Andrew Hunter going up top to Grayson Davenport for another Randolph touchdown. At that point, it was 27-0 in the second quarter. Let's check out your final score from Sports Medfield this evening. And it was the Raiders of Randolph who get the victory, and if you can say they get the treasure or whatever in that situation. Big victory tonight. 54-15 was their final. They will advance to the next round. They will take on Dora, who beat Good Hope. And just to let you know, Dora's mascot is not the Explorer.
Oh, I was going to say, because if you're looking at it there, yes, they found the treasure. Now they got to explore against Dora, but I guess that's not the case. That's unfortunate. Anyway,
and don't forget, they got to use the map.
They do. I'm the map. Anyway, Westminster Christian finished 3rd in their region, right behind Randolph and Priceville, the teams we just saw in action. And tonight, Louis LeBlanc and the Wildcats made their way across the river to West Morgan with upsets on their minds. And Mo, there are those fireworks from Trinity, Alabama, one of the coolest things you will see in North Alabama high school football. West Morgan 9-1 this year, Westminster Christian at 6-4. Expected a lot of offense in this one, not so much to start, but here's something. As former First Down Friday MVP of the week, Brandon Mush gets a first down and then some, but nothing doing on the drive as the kick is no good. So next drive, West Morgan going to find themselves in a little bit of a groove now as the Rebels will do the thing, that being scoring. Tony Townsend takes it himself, and we finally get a touchdown. Extra point, no good. 6-0 of the score at the end of the half. Into the third quarter, the Rebels come out on fire, drive right down the field. It's Tony Townsend once again again. That gets the route started. As everything's said and done, West Morgan wins by the final score of 27-7. Let's take a look at those final scores. We'll also see who they'll face up next. It'll be Cherokee County, who the Rebels will play in the next round of the playoffs. Cherokee County beating Corder 47-10. All right, down Highway 31 we go for a little Madison County versus Morgan County action as undefeated Hartselle hosting Buckhorn. Tigers up 7-0 and going to add to it. Jack Smith finds a wide open Landon Blackwood for a 26-yard Tigers touchdown, 14-0 Hartselle. And here comes more for the Tigers as Rye Fletcher later on is going to go up the gut here, and he's going to go untouched. 41 yards to the crib, 21-0 in favor of Hartselle. And Tigers getting it done on offense. They're also going to get it done on special teams as well as Rye Fletcher fields a punt right around midfield. He's going to make one guy, well, sort of one guy miss. Oh, now he's making everybody miss. See you later. Hartselle 28-0 after the touchdown. The Bucks not going to be shut out though, so not that kind of story as Terrence Robinson going to call his own number right here on the read option. He sprints 50 yards for a touchdown. Big explosive play there for the Bucks to make it 28-7. But then we say these lovely words as on the ensuing kickoff, Buckhorn kicks it out to Rye Fletcher, and you know what, Mo? He just knows what to do with it. Here he goes. Right up through everybody. Already had a special teams touchdown earlier. Here's another one. 81 yards to the house, 35-7 at that point. Let's take a look at your final scores. Hartselle goes on to win it 52-7. 52-7 in the state playoffs. That's a big score. They're going to take on Centerpoint next week as they beat Jackson-Olin 26-8. All right,
man,
of course,
lots of high scores tonight, just to let the people at home know.
Yes, plenty of them, as of course, you know, football's fun. And you know what also is fun, Mo?
What is that?
Social media.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
The Fox 54 sports team is actually on social media. Don't know if you knew this, Mo. Mo, you're on Twitter. At Mo Carter Fox 54. I'm on Twitter. At Nick P. Kuzma. And Simon's on Twitter. At Simon H.F. Williams. You know what? If you send us a tweet, we got one last week, we'll actually say your tweet over the air. All right. That's it for now. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Madison Academy, Sylvania, and others. Highlights. More First Down Friday night. Next.
Hi, this is Darren with Speedy Home Offer, and I buy houses all over the local area. We're the call to make to sell your house as is for a fair cash price. I'll buy anything in any price range. Inherited houses, foreclosures, bad renter houses, vacant houses, nice homes you just need to get rid of, or even land. All with no fees, no commissions, and no hassle. Don't make any repairs or even clean up. To sell your property for cash, call me today for a Speedy Home Offer. Call 500-CASH, that's 256-500-CASH.
Over the last 40 years, across 6 states, we've helped over 250,000 people come home. They come home to their families, their friends, their new beginning. Because while drug and alcohol addiction can affect anyone, anywhere, so can recovery. We're Bradford Health, here when you want to take your first step towards coming home.
'Cause I am ready. I'm Donald Trump, and I love Alabama. As many of you know, there are few issues facing our nation as important as election integrity and election fraud. This is why the people of the great state of Alabama must work together to make it easier to vote and harder to cheat. So get out, register to vote, and get a photo ID so you can make your voice heard and decide the future of our great country. Thank you.
It's the Rooms to Go holiday sale, and we're celebrating in style. Choose your perfect look, like this two-piece sectional. Just $11.88 or $20 a month interest-free. Save on beautiful rooms like this. Just $18.95 or $32 a month. Shop our incredible selection room by room and bring home dining sets like this or this. With fast delivery. At Rooms to Go, you get both. Great sale prices and 60-month interest-free financing. Now during the Rooms to Go holiday sale.
when you need to find a new roommate? There's a route for that. Get 1.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2022 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Watch Fox 54 News at 5:30 with Sports Director Mo Carter.
All right, welcome back, everyone. How about those Madison Academy Mustangs? They played host to the Wildcats of Phil Campbell tonight at Bill Washington Stadium. Phil Campbell would win the toss. They defer, and guess what? They tried to surprise onside, but nothing went right on this kick right here. So Madison Academy, good field position. Carson Crean dumps it off to Jackson Reese, and he will speed down the sideline. He will get down to around the 20-yard line.
Right in front of the coaches.
Yep. And then after that, Madison Academy goes to their workhorse, reigning MVP of the week, Ken Cherry. He bounces outside, and that'll pick up enough for a first down. Then it'll be Ken Cherry once again up the gut, and he fights for another Mustangs first down.
First down.
The nice ground and pound. And hey, if it's not working already, just go ahead and just do it again. Cherry up the middle for a touchdown. 7-0 Mustangs on top. Later in the first, the Wildcats can't get anything going. 3rd and long. Kyle Pace, the quarterback, takes the sack. Phil Campbell is forced to punt. Let's go to the final moments of the first quarter. It's Korean handing it off to Mario Brewer Jr. He's got a head of steam, and then he's got some daylights, and then we see some coaches. But eventually, Brewer will get to the end zone for a touchdown. 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. It was Madison Academy all over Phil Campbell. Tonight, let's check out your final from Bill Washington as Mustangs go on to win by a final of 49-28. They will face the winner of Sylvania and Fayette County, and I think we have that game too.
I think you're just teasing it right now because, well, let's go to those highlights right away as we're going to go as it was all Sylvania in the first half of this one as they host the Rams. The host Rams, excuse me, took a 20-6 lead into the intermission, but things starting to move well for the visitors. They get to the red zone on this nice rollout pass by Blake Johnson to Cooper Sanford. That's going to move the sticks. And then later on that drive, Johnson, he's going to take the snap. He's going to now air it out to the right corner, and it is caught by Sylvania defensive back Griffin Haygood. Rams take over. Oh, it's caught by that guy. All right.
Yeah, there
After a long drive stalled 4 times by penalties, a county interception by Brian Watts is going to eventually get the ball right back. They can't convert, though. Got to do that in the playoffs. You just got to convert on these opportunities. But it's the first score in the second half comes on a later massive run by the Rams as it's Braden Thomas with the take outside all the way down the line. Hardly touched. That extends the lead to 28-6, looking like the CSU Rams out there. Fayette County didn't have much of an answer for anything, failing to take it into the red zone all but twice. So Sylvania would add another rushing TD en route to the victory. Sylvania goes on to win by the final score of 36-6. And now we, in fact, know who Madison Academy will play next week in the second round of the state playoff.
Rams and Mustangs, a battle at the jungle of Bill Washington Stadium. Can't wait to see what that game is going to look like next week. Let's stay in the Sand Mountain area. Let's check in with those Red Devils of Fife. Coach Paul Benefield and company trying to make it back to the state championship. Red Bay back deep, 3rd down. Brody Hicks lays the big hit to keep the chains from moving. Then Fife would take over. They get the ball down the field thanks to this big 30-yard run by Hicks. Here they are on the first down. Misdirection run, fakes out the cameraman down the left sideline. Watch the big block by Logan Anderson as Hunter Mackin gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0 because the extra point was no good. Wouldn't take long for the Red Devils to add to that lead. Next drive, it's Hicks again. Another sprint down the left sideline. He's taking it 44 yards for a touchdown.
Hoodie and everything.
Man, no. Actually, take a look at it. He's got the neck brace.
Oh, is that the neck brace? I thought that's a hoodie.
No, man, that's a neck brace. That's the throwback right there.
Oh, wow.
That
Never mind.
Real
I stand corrected out there.
Talk about taking taking it back to the late 80s and early 90s.
I think that's what Fife does, though. They
Yes,
they
sir.
dominate you, punch in the mouth. Old
Exactly.
school.
Remember now, Anderson had that big block earlier. Well, this time he'll have the play drawn up for him. They bring help with a fullback on the design run to the right for a touchdown, 22-0. At that point, Red Bay is just running out of time against Paul Benefield and company. Let's go ahead and check out your final scores. 28-0 as we were looking at that last touchdown. Fife, the machine known as Fife, as Jordan Dressman always says. They go on to win by a final of 55-8. Next week, they will take on Winston County in round 2 of the playoffs. They beat Cleveland 50-14 this evening.
And let's stay on that for a second, Mo, because we actually do have ourselves a tweet. As meteorologist Jordan Dressman tweeted at us, who's winning Georgia versus Tennessee? See a logical tweet to read and discuss. We might have to do that later.
Yeah, we definitely will have to do that later if we have a little time. Appreciate you, Jordan Dressman. Hey, man, when we get back, we're rolling Class 7A. Could any one of our teams from 7A advance to the next round? We've got some answers for you after the break.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Attorney Trade Days. Attention all business owners. Did you own a business with 4 or more full-time W-2 employees between October 2020 and September 2021? If so, you may be entitled up to $26,000 per employee as part of the CARES Act, which provides financial compensation to business owners in the form of a check you can deposit as a reward for retaining your employees during the pandemic. Let us help you find out if you're entitled to free government money. If your business was impacted by the pandemic between October 2020 and September 2021, and you had at least 4 full-time W-2 employees, don't miss out on your opportunity for compensation. There's no cost to apply, and you owe us nothing unless we recover for you. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-451-7926. 1-800-451-7926.
If you're like most Americans, the threat of recession has you worried. Because let's face it, we're living in uncertain times. That's why I'd like to invite you to attend my upcoming free online masterclass, where my Unstoppable Prosperity team will walk you through my investing strategies for building a recession-resistant portfolio. This online masterclass is designed for regular investors who want to set up a proven investing strategy that's worked during previous recessions over 36 years, survive and thrive during market pullbacks, develop the mindset, skills, the ability to profit in any market situation, and turn market slumps into opportunities. This is my go-to strategy that I personally rely on in good times and bad. It will allow you to enjoy peace of mind even in the most turbulent markets.
Go to charlesmasterclass.com now to get your name on the invite list for Charles Payne's upcoming free live online event. E-tickets are limited, so go to charlesmasterclass.com now. That's charlesmasterclass.com.
The Rocket City Christmas Light Show is back. North Alabama's premier drive-through Christmas display returns to Toyota Field Friday, November 18th. This year's theme is the North Pole. Plus, take photos inside the giant snow globe at the Winter Wonderland, roast s'mores over an expanded fire pit, try the all-new hot chocolate bar, and more. Visit TrashPandasChristmas.com.
The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 6 on Fox 54.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're going to continue on with highlights, this time with the big boys, the 7A class. Let's get right on to those highlights, as it's going to be the Rebels that strike first in this matchup of Austin versus Vestavia Hills. Yeah, sorry, my first time reading that name. As John Paul Head on a 1-yard touchdown run for the Rebels. It is 7-0, as later on it's going to be just more and more scores in favor of Vestavia Hills, as JP Head gonna this time avoid the pressure, throws downfield to Tucker Smitha with a great catch at the Austin 1-yard line. That would lead to a field goal. Now later on, De'Aaron Young and the Austin offense were held in check. Less than 15 total yards in the entire first quarter. The Rebels offense very much on in this one, though, as John Paul Head on a 7-yard touchdown run for the Rebels. 17-0 Austin trails now. And later on, it's that same dude again. We're just going to be calling him JPH on a 2-yard touchdown run for the Rebels. Vestavia Hills has scored every possession in the first half. They led 24-0 at that point. Let's take a look at your final score, as I think you pretty much knew who was going to win that one. It wasn't Austin. Final score, 52-10 in favor of Vestavia Hills. Now we're going to wait on the winner of the Huntsville versus Thompson game. Mo, I believe we have those highlights.
Yes, we do. Thompson opening up their Class 7A playoffs against those Huntsville Panthers. Thompson starting 8th grader Trenton Seaborn at quarterback. His first start of the season, first quarter. Thompson's defense comes fired up. Peter Woods tackles the Huntsville running back in the backfield. Still in the first quarter, Thompson's offense gets a big play from Deuce Oliver. Watch as he hauls in the screen pass, and then he chucks up the Deuces 60 yards for a touch. Oh, actually, he gets knocked out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Thought it was a TD.
Close.
No. But guess what? They were punching in. Very next play, Seaborn hits A.J. Green for a short touchdown.
That A.J. Green?
No, not that A.J.
Okay,
Green, but it's a pretty good name to have for your receiver. 6-0 Thompson on top. Let's go to the second quarter now. Huntsville's defense coming up with the stop. Alec Husky coming up with a diving interception right here. And that could be some momentum for the Panthers as the offense takes over. Less than a minute to go in the half. It's Seaborn for Thompson. Throws it across the middle to Corbin Williams, and he will make a house call almost. 3 yards short, but 34-yard game on that one.
Was Corbin feeling blue?
I think he was, but 2 plays later, he's happy for his teammate.
There you go.
Michael Dujon up the middle for a 3-yard touchdown right there. 13-0 at the half. Thompson on top of Huntsville. Let's check out your final score from that one. Thompson goes on to win by a final score of 34-0. So Huntsville is eliminated. They'll face Vestavia Hills, who eliminated Austin this evening. I'll continue on with Class 7A. What about the Florence Falcons hosting Hewitt-Trussville at Brawley? Huskies moving fast. Peyton Ford throws it to Donovan Price, catches the pass, breaks the tackle at the end zone for a touchdown. Then later on, Peyton Floyd hits Brett Mosley in the back of the end zone for another Huskies touchdown. Later on, it's Peyton Floyd once again hitting Brett Actually, he calls his own number right here for a touchdown. I'm getting ahead of myself, everyone. Then Floyd will go ahead and show that arm strength as a result of what happens here. The Huskies defense comes up with a big sack on 4th down when Florence was in great field position to actually make this truly a game. And then they throw the touchdown pass to the back of the end zone. Slow-mo right there.
Nice play.
Absolutely. So let's check out your final score from Brawley Stadium this evening as Florence will fall to Hewitt-Trussville tonight by a final of 38-20. So those Huskies will face Bob Jones
Not a great
Hoover
day.
or whatever. Sorry, y'all. I'm showing y'all the score, but let's show you what happened. And matter of fact, remember this guy, Wade Waldrop, former James Clemens head coach? He's now at Hoover.
Yeah, that he is. And first possession, Bucks QB Noah Schubach hits KJ Law for the pass. KJ breaks a tackle, gets in for the game's first score. It's 7-0 in favor of the Bucks from Hoover. Early second quarter now. Bucks running back Lamarian McCannon goes around the left end for the score. It's 14-0 Hoover now. 14-7 was a score at the half. In third quarter, Bucks up 21-7, and Caleb Jackson blocks the punt. Bucks back in business, and a few plays later, Kamal Amerson rumbles in for the 6, 28-7 in favor of Hoover. Fourth quarter now, Schubach to Jordan Woolen for a big gain inside of the red zone. And then later on, it's Amerson who is going to bust through once again.
Feel like busted loose.
Yep. Hoover goes on to win by the final of 45-13 in that one, and they will take on Hewitt-Trussville, who of course we saw just beat Florence. So, Mo, not a great day for the 7A schools in North Alabama.
Not at all, man. Not at all. All right, so we've shown you a lot of scores and highlights. We'll try to get you a lot more scores before we wrap up this edition of First Down Friday Night, Week 1 postseason edition. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Get in the game with Zaxby's all-new loyalty program, Zax Rewards. The more you earn, the more rewards to choose from. Sign up for Zax Rewards and score a free Big Zax snack meal. Download the Zaxby's app and get your game on.
I'm attorney Alexander Chenard. If you've been injured in an accident, call me, Alabama.
Visit fox54.com to nominate your favorite teacher and watch the Valley's Top Teacher every Tuesday on Fox 54 News.
Get in the game with Zaxby's all-new loyalty program, Zax Rewards. The more you earn, the more rewards to choose from. Sign up for Zax Rewards and score a free Big Zax snack meal. Download the Zaxby's app and get your game on.
Start Saturday strong with Big Noon Saturday on Fox. Max Duggan leads the high-scoring attack of TCU against Texas Tech. Touchdown! The best pregame, the best announcers, the biggest games.
The NFL on Fox. Chargers.
What a play!
Falcons.
Touchdown!
Sunday at noon on Fox 54.
Real quick before we go, I have a pair of tweets. Jordan Dressman asked, do I believe in Santa? And then I got to say, yeah, because Santa just tweeted at me too, saying, what was your favorite team in red? 51 days from Christmas. Kids, he is real. Hope you're being nice and not naughty. That's what we're going to be, yeah.
Absolutely. And we got another tweet, too, from Jordan. He wanted to know what your thoughts on Georgia-Tennessee tomorrow.
I think Tennessee's going to win that one. I saw them beat Alabama. Can't see them losing it again in the regular season.
All right. Good. Well, there it is. And if Tennessee wins, and then let's say Alabama runs the table, and then Alabama beats Tennessee in the SEC championship, 3-1 loss SEC teams. Yeah.
Jordan should also follow me on Twitter. But, yeah.
Well, there it is, man. Hey, thanks for joining us on the Week 1 edition of the playoffs right here on First Down Friday night from Nick Kuzma and Simon Williams, who's out in the field tonight. I'm Mo Carter. Have a great night. We'll see you next time for Round 2.
First Down Friday night is sponsored by Whataburger, Dryer Vent Squad, your